With Fox 4 Wednesday, since the FBI is still investigating. But according to their fundraising page, while Locke was lying on the concrete losing blood, he was able to radio a description of the suspect's vehicle.
And Stephen, Heather, just about 30 minutes ago, I just got off the phone with the Texas State Lodge Fraternal Order of Police President Clint McNear. He tells me a little bit more about Joe Locke. They say that he's 58 years old and he has spent 33 years in law enforcement. McNear went on to tell me that Locke is in great physical shape, and that's what doctors say likely saved his life. Locke still has multiple surgeries planned. As for Aguilar, a federal judge ordered for her to be examined to see if she is competent to stand trial.
Bullshit. Ain't nothing wrong with that woman. Ain't a goddamn thing wrong with that woman.
Topping to the 10 tonight, there was a deadly drive-by shooting in Parkway Village Friday evening. One of the two men who was shot in that attack has now died. Hello, I'm Greg Hurst.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. WREG's Alan Self spoke with the man's family. They tell him all of this stemmed from road rage.
Surveillance video shows a black four-door sedan pulling up alongside a white vehicle waiting at the light on Winchester Road. And
this is the thing about, this is why blacks make everything so unsafe. This looks like a mob hit. This looks like a mafia hit. And this is just, you cut me off 2 lights ago. Or you was driving too slow. Or what you looking at, nigga? Keep looking over here, nigga. And blacks, we turn that into some shit that looks like a mob hit.
Surveillance video shows a black four-door sedan pulling up alongside a white vehicle waiting at the light on Winchester Road and Goodlet Road Friday evening. A man gets out of the black car, gun in hand, and starts shooting. And that was just the start of this nightmare.
Now think about it like this. The decision that this guy made over some road rage thing, this isn't a blood feud. It's not like these are the Johnsons and these are the Hendersons, and they've been beefing families for years. This is just a chance encounter, maybe 30 seconds before or 10 seconds before we see this in the video. Some slight was made, and maybe there were words exchanged. I don't know. But this guy makes the decision, and so does the driver, because the driver stops and waits for him to hop out the car and spray a assault rifle into that vehicle. And I've wanted to do that so many times, man. I've wanted to do that so many times. I'm a Sun man, man. I've wanted to do that so many times. I wasn't riding around with a assault rifle, though, at the time. Thank God. But this is how Sun men are. We react like this, man. I've wanted to do that plenty of times, man. I don't know if I got the heart to do this right here. This is some shit that's gonna get you 50 years in prison. But I felt that urge. I felt those synapses. I felt that rush of glandular response. I felt like that. Some men are like, we're dangerous, Jack. We are dangerous, man. This is a normal reaction for a Sun man.
And that was just the start of this nightmare.
And then the doctor came in. He said, let me tell you the good news. Your son okay. He got a bullet in him. He may feel it every now and then. And on the other hand, your husband has a bullet in his head.
4 people were in the white.
4 people were in this car. Wow. So her husband and her son were in that car. That's crazy. And I told you that happened to me before. I was in the car with my daughter and my wife, and I tried to switch lanes, pulling up to a light. I tried to switch lanes, and then at the last second, I seen the car in that lane coming up, so I hopped back to my lane, and then, of course, I stopped at the light. The car full of niggas was like, "Yo, what's fuck, man?" I mean, and their reaction was so over the top. It was so over the top. But as a son, man, I was like, oh yeah, these niggas tripping, man. But I you know, you kind of like you don't expect it, but you do expect it. But their reaction was so over the top, it would have probably made most people peel out. You know what I'm saying? But I was just like, my bad. And I closed the window. I rolled the window down, said, my bad, and rolled the window up. Yeah, man, fuck, man. And all of them whining and bitching and shit, moaning. And when the light turned, they made the left and we made the right. And I was like, some men are fucking dangerous, man. Dangerous, man. Dangerous. Some men are fucking dangerous, man. And everybody want to act like whenever they see one of them get punched by a cop or they see one of them getting handcuffed roughly, that like that's the end of the fucking world. I'm over that shit. I'm over that shit. Fuck you niggas, man. You niggas bring sorrow. You fucking black niggas, you black thugs bring fucking sorrow and misery wherever you go. People move. People uproot their lives to get away from you. People take up second and third jobs just so their kids don't have to go to school with your kids. You niggas are pestilence.
And the doctor came in. He said, let me tell you the good news. Your son okay. He got a bullet in him. He might feel it every now and then. And on the other hand, your husband has a bullet in his head.
4 people were in the white sedan, 2 of them hit. 43-year-old Reginald Williams Sr. was shot in the head, his 16-year-old son in the back. They made it to Regional 1 Hospital, but now, 3 days later, Reginald Sr. had succumbed to his injury.
Look at that family, man. Some nigga destroyed that family, didn't care who was in the car, because somebody like switched lanes and didn't see them or they were in their blind spot. They got this new thing in these new cars where they got the little arrow on the rear view mirror, the side view mirror, that can tell you something in your blind spot. But if you don't have that, it's easy to just switch lanes and not know to the last second that someone's in your blind spot. A nigga kill you over that and go do 40 years standing on his head and fuck 100 punks while he in there and have a fat white wife that comes see him on fucking conjugal visits and shit. Nigga might have kids while he in fucking prison for killing you over some stupid shit like this, thanks to conjugal visits. Niggas are the worst people on the planet. They're horrible. Niggas are horrible. And they complain about America. America makes it so this nigga who got out that car and sprayed that family's car, he wouldn't even be on the streets in another country, in a non-Western country. Let me put it like that. White countries that y'all talk about white people so bad. In non-white countries, in Asian countries, in Middle Eastern people, Sandman countries, in African countries, when we see this dude's record and all the crimes he's committed and all the shit he's gotten away with, there's no way he would have been on the street to do this. But white people let you fuck around and do this shit. And you niggas talk shit about white people all the time. Y'all should be thankful white people let y'all be y'all niggardly selves. Everybody else nips that shit in the bud. Everybody else put a nip on you niggas, your niggardness. White people allow that shit. And what thanks do they get? You going around the world telling everybody how fucking terrible they are and how you living in here under oppression and shit. You niggas is terrible people. The one group of people that allow you to be your authentic niggardly selves are the people that you bash on the world stage.
43-year-old Reginald Williams Sr. was shot in the head, his 16-year-old son in the back. They made it to Regional 1 Hospital, but now, 3 days later, Reginald Sr. had succumbed to his injuries. His 16-year-old son, Donovan, still has a bullet lodged in his back, and he vividly remembers the moment that changed his life.
The bullet went straight through the window, so I ducked. Then as soon as I ducked, I felt something in my back, but I wasn't really paying attention. I looked up, made sure my brother and them was straight. My uncle drove out in the apartments. My dad bleeding out, wasn't saying nothing.
Donovan said it started with a hunk. His uncle sounded off his horn at the driver in the black sedan, which was sitting still at a green light. And that's when...
Yeah, man. That's all it takes. That's all it takes for a nigga for it to turn into a mob style hit. And you want us in positions of power? You want us running systems? That mind in this nigga is in every nigga, man. A lot of niggas think like this, man. They just don't do it. Or they don't have guns when they're thinking about that. Or there's a cop in the area, like some cop just sitting at the light or some shit. This how niggas think. Niggas are dangerous.
Donovan said it started with a hunk. His uncle sounded off his horn at the driver in the black sedan, which was sitting still at a green light. And that's when the shooter jumped out and took aim.
So we drove.
Think about that. An entire family ruined. You sit because over a honk. An entire family ruined. I gave him too much credit. I thought it was like maybe somebody swerved in their lane. I gave him more credit than they deserved, man. I ain't too bad after all, sons. I gave y'all more credit than y'all deserve, man. It was over a honk of a horn.
Which was sitting still at a green light. And that's when the shooter jumped out and took aim.
So we driving. We was at another light. As soon as I looked up, dude just got out, started shooting the car.
MPD released the surveillance footage Tuesday, hoping someone can identify the shooter.
But his heart was so rich and genuine and pure that he would give his last to see us happy.
To cope with the loss, Reginald's daughter holds on to heartwarming moments, like when her father sacrificed his last funds to attend her first grade school dance.
He bought a tuxedo. He went and got his hair done and all of this, but he did not have a vehicle. He was catching the bus everywhere. And we danced like princesses do in the movies all night long.
Reginald's oldest son, Reginald Jr., says he truly believes his father's killer is destined to face consequences.
But my pops want us to get revenge. We gonna let God handle it. We gonna get what's coming to him. If the police don't catch him, God's gonna catch him in the end.
Yes, believe in God. Yes, and all that stuff. Yes. But this guy right here who hopped out of that car, he been raising hell all his life. That ain't his first fucking rodeo. Maybe God will get him. Maybe he won't. But it's no guarantee, and there's no rhyme or reason to this shit.